Welcome back to Long's Real Estate Podcast. In our last episode, 2 weeks ago, episode 30, we gave a high-level overview of the closing process for buying a house. We covered the overall process, the timeline, and some key steps you can expect. If you'd like to refresh your memory of those details, you can revisit that episode. We've included that link in the description below. Today, in part 2, we're going to dive deep into some of those specifics we mentioned. After talking about the closing process, how long it takes to close on the house, and the steps to prepare for closing, we'll continue breaking down the roles of the key players involved in closing, what closing costs entail, and some of the documents you'll be signing. Several things can hold up your closing, including a low appraisal, unmet contingencies, title problems, and a mistake with the mortgage funds. A home appraisal is a professional estimate of a house value. The mortgage lenders orders it to ensure a fair selling price. This step can affect closing if the appraisal comes in lower than the price you agreed to pay or the loan amount. The bank won't lend you more than the appraisal value. So if there is a big difference, you might need to cover the extra costs. The difference is called an appraisal gap. If you can't get a mortgage loan for your house, maybe because your finances change or there's a delay, it could hold up closing the deal on the house. In some cases, it might even cancel the whole thing altogether. A real estate contract can have contingencies that let the buyer or sellers walk away if certain things don't happen. This could be because the house inspection finds big problems, the buyers can't get a loan like we discussed earlier, or the seller can't find a new place to live. If these or other contingency situations arise, they can delay the closing of the deal or even cancel it completely. Before a house sale is final, something called a clear title needs to be checked. This means there are no problems with who owns the house. If there's an issue, like a lien from the government because the seller owes money in taxes, the closing can't happen until it's fixed. Liens are claimed against the property. While a home closing can involve several parties spread across different steps, the core group at the final meeting typically includes title company who verify ownerships, representatives from the lender, and your real estate agent. An attorney, especially for the buyer, is recommended to ensure your interests are protected throughout the signing process. Closing can also be done with a notary officer as well, where they can meet you where you are, like at work or at home. Closing costs, fees paid on top of the purchase price to become a homeowner, typically range from 2 to 5% of the mortgage loan amount. The national average in 2021 was about $6,905, but can vary depending on the location and loan type. These costs cover processing your loan application, verifying the property's value and seller's ownership, and recording the sale with the government. You may also pay for an attorney, notary, and local fees. In some cases, you can include closing costs in your mortgage or pay them upfront to avoid extra interest. There will be some bumps in the road during home buying that you can't prevent. For instance, the title check might find a hidden claim on the house, the value estimate might be lower than expected, or inspection might uncover an unknown problem. But there are other delays you can completely avoid by being prepared. Money problems are a common reason closings get delayed, and it's because the buyer takes a long time to give the lenders the document they need. The documents can be bank statements, tax returns, or pay stubs. Here's a quick tip. When a lender is getting ready to close a deal, you can ask them if they need anything else from you. That way, you won't hold up things by waiting for them to ask. If they do need more information from you, get it to them right away to avoid any slowdowns. Getting a mortgage pre-approval requires keeping your finances steady. Big purchases, maxed out credit cards, opening new accounts, or missing payments can throw a wrench in the process. These actions might affect the loan terms you're offered or even prevent you from qualifying altogether. So while you're getting pre-approved, it's best to avoid any major financial changes and stay on top of your bills. Buying a house can be exciting, but watch out for scammers who try to steal your closing costs or your down payment. These thieves pretend to be the title company through fake emails, texts, or websites. They may pressure you to send money quickly, but it's a trick. To avoid this, call the title company directly and go over the steps with them to ensure the money gets into the escrow account securely. So 1 or 2 days before you officially take ownership of the house or closing day, you and your real estate agent will do a final walkthrough of the home. Make sure that everything that conveys with the home is still there and everything else that was the same or better than the last time you were there. Congratulations! Closing day is here. It usually takes about 2 hours to go through and sign all the documents. Don't rush. Take your time to read everything carefully before you sign. If there's anything you don't understand, ask the agent to explain it thoroughly. Your closing is complete after all financials are settled and title records you as the new homeowner. Buying a home is exciting, and you may want to start getting items before you close. Remember that opening a new credit line or charging more to your existing credit can lower your credit score. Closing unused lines of credit can also damage your score by reducing the amount of credit available. Hold off financing that living room set or kitchen appliance package until after you close. After finalizing the purchase of your new home, there are a few essential steps to take. First, update your address on important documents like your driver's license, credit cards, and HR paperwork. Next, prioritize safety and functionality by changing the locks, cleaning the gutter, and familiarizing yourself with the location of the electrical panel, gas, and water shutoff valves. Finally, take some time to know your neighbors and explore your community. So, if you found this episode helpful and want to continue learning and staying updated on all things real estate, we invite you to follow us on your favorite podcast platform. By subscribing to our show, you'll never miss an episode packed with valuable insight, expert interviews, and practical tips to guide you through your real estate journey. Also, I love hearing from our listeners. If you have any questions, comments, topic suggestions, or real estate stories to share, please reach out to us. You can follow me on all my social media pages. Just search for Long's Real Estate, local realtor in Las Vegas and Henderson, Nevada. I will save all the links in the description of this video. Until then, remember, in Las Vegas and Henderson, the odds are always in your favor when you have the right real estate agent by your side.